Hello, my name is Angelina and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my mid-month September wrap-up. So in the first half of September, I managed to read 9 books, most of which were not originally on my September TBR, but let's just get straight into them. So the first book that I read was What Moves the Dead by Team Kingfisher. This was a reread for me and I gave it 5 stars. But I won't be getting too much into this because I will talk more about it in my Bookopoly-thon reading vlog, which I was going to be doing weekly reading vlogs for that, but instead it's just going to be a month-long reading vlog. So stay tuned for that. I absolutely love this book, and I'd highly recommend it if you want a short little horror novella to read. Another book that I won't be talking too much about because it will be in that upcoming vlog is Lizzie Blake's Best Mistake by Maisie Eddings. I also gave this one 5 stars. Maisie Eddings is quickly becoming a favorite author of mine. I've given both of her books 5 stars, and I already received an e-arc of her next book, which I'm really excited to get to. But Lizzie Blake's Best Mistake is one that I also read for Bookopoly-thon, so look out for it in that vlog. But if you are looking for a book with great ADHD representation, definitely check this one out. Next, I read The Kiss Curse by Erin Sterling. I received this as an advanced listener copy from Libro FM, so thank you to them. But this book is sort of a witchy, paranormal romance book. I think it's the perfect fall transition book. Because it's like a cozy little mystery with a romance in it. I did end up giving this one 3 stars. It wasn't really my thing, but it was still very well done. This book follows Gwen, who lives in this small town that is pretty much dedicated to witchcraft and occult-like stuff. She runs a witchcraft shop, and one day this guy named Wells ends up showing up in town and setting up his own witchcraft shop right across the street from her. They sort of have a little rivals to lovers moment, but there's also a little mystery going on in this book when Gwen starts losing her powers and she has to try and figure out why. And she has to team up with Wells in order to do this. And by the time you are seeing this video, this book should already be released. It comes out on September 20th if you want to check it out. Next, I read The Death of Jane Lawrence by Caitlin Sterling. This is sort of a mystery, thriller type book. I don't really know what to think about it. I gave it 3 stars. The very first half of the book I absolutely adored. I loved it. I thought I was going to be giving this book 5 stars, but the last half was just boring, confusing, didn't really get it. Not my thing. But this book follows our main character, Jane Lawrence, who has to get married. She sort of arranges this marriage for business reasons so she can be an accountant. She ends up working for her husband, who is a doctor, doing his accounting stuff, and he also has this creepy manner, and things happen. That's all I guess I can really say about it without spoiling anything. This is also one I talk more about in my Bookopoly-thon vlog, but again, there's not really much to talk about, so I'll just rephrase that here. And then I ended up reading volumes 1, 2, and 3 of Spy Family. This is by Tatsuya Endo, and I pretty much gave every volume between 4 and 5 stars. I love the anime for this, so of course I had to pick up the manga, and it's just as cute and adorable. I love it. If you don't know, Spy Family is about this guy who is a spy, and he has this mission to get close to someone in this school. So in order to get into this school, he needs to have a family. So he ends up getting married and adopting a child, and they sort of all have their own little secrets. It's adorable, it's fun, highly recommend. And then I read volumes 1 and 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen by Geiji Akutami, and this is another manga that I decided to pick up because I thoroughly enjoyed the anime. I gave the first volume 5 stars and the second volume 4 stars. This one follows our main character, Yuji Itadori, who goes to high school like a normal kid. and he joins the occult club. And one day, this occult club ends up uncovering a cursed object, which ends up letting out these cursed demons, and Yuji is thrust into this world of demons and sort of exorcising demons. This is another fun, lighthearted manga that sort of has very creepy monsters in it, but I wouldn't really say it's scary. I love all the characters in here. They're just so fun. I have no other words to describe it, but fun. Very like character driven. I would say that the plot is very slow to get towards in these first 2 volumes at least, but I'd highly recommend them. So those were the 9 books that I have read in the first half of September. Now let's talk about what I am currently reading. I have slowly been making my way through The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. I'm thoroughly enjoying this book. It's very character driven, not a lot going on, and it's a lot different than my original thoughts about this book were. This follows our main character, Kvothe, who, when we first meet him, he is at a tavern and he is sort of the owner, and he ends up meeting the chronicler who wants him to tell his story, and this basically is him telling his story. There's some moments in it where it goes back to him sitting at the table with this chronicler, but overall it's just his journey of how he became who he was, and I'm really liking it. It's definitely not the sort of thing that I normally read, but it's really working for me. And also, for being sort of like a modern classic, it's very easy to read and very easy to like fly through. Like, I'm reading the 700-page book a lot quicker than I thought I would, especially since I've been so busy this month, but I'm really enjoying it, so. And once I finish that, I plan on reading Skin of the Sea by Natasha Bowen. I just have really been in the mood to read this. Like, I see it on my shelves and I'm just like, I want to get to that. So this is most definitely going to be my next read. But that is all I have for you today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe and leave a comment of whatever you feel like, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!